Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about converse theorems. It's the same concept, but a little bit backwards. We're going to find x. Instead of being told that the lines are parallel and then using the pair relationships to make us know if they are congruent or supplementary, now we are going to go backwards from the angle pair relationships and solve for x as if we need to find out they're parallel. That's the whole idea here. So the question is going to be, what would we need x to be to make the two lines parallel? If the two lines are parallel, these are, so this one's in the top right, this one's in the top right of its intersection. These are corresponding, and corresponding angles are congruent. 3x plus 5 equals 65. And now we solve. This is a normal two-step equation, so I'm not spending a lot of time on it. X equals 20. What would the value of x need to be? X would need to be 20. And that's how we do it. We figure out what the rule is. We figure out if they're congruent or supplementary, and then we set up an equation to solve. So on the next one, we've got a new set of angles. They probably have a different rule. So we see that both of these angles are on the interior, and they're on opposite sides of the transversal. That makes them alternate interior. And alternate interior angles are congruent. So 2x plus 20 equals 3x. And on a problem with multiple x's, we should get our x's on the same side. We do that by subtracting 2x. 20 equals x. And that's it. X has been solved for. This ended up being one step. Again, had to figure out what kind of angles they were, if they were congruent or supplementary, and then set up an equation based on whether they were congruent or supplementary. Because they were congruent, they were equal to each other. If they're not congruent, they're not equal to each other. And we're going to see one, either the next one or the one after, I'm not telling you which. One of those is going to be supplementary instead. So on the next one, both of these angles are outside of the parallel lines. That means they're on the exterior. They're on opposite sides of the transversal, so they are alternate exterior angles. Alternate exterior means they should be congruent, which means we got the arc 180 minus x equals x. When there's just an x, it's a 1x. So we add 1x to both sides. Got to get my x's on the same side of the equation. 180 equals 2x. We're going to divide by 2. 90 equals x. X is 90 degrees. It turns out these were 90-degree angles all along, but we had to prove it to find out. And on this one, these are both on the interior, but they are not the same. This one is obtuse. This one is acute. They are different. So I can't say they're congruent. They're going to end up being supplementary. They're supplementary because they are consecutive or same side interior angles. Consecutive interior angles. And what these do is add up to 180. So 3x minus 15 plus 150 equals 180. 3x, negative 15 plus 150 is plus 135 equals 180. We subtract 135. 3x equals 45. And we divide by 3, so x equals 15. And that's how we get our answer. Again, it was what would the value of x need to be? Now that we have x, we stop. You could have done it differently. You could have said, oh, if they're supplementary, then I've used 150, so the other angle must equal 30, and you could have solved it that way instead. Either way works. I just think supplementary, so I think add to equal 180. That is the entirety of the new information. This is the last new info before our next quiz and test. We'll talk more about that the next time I see you, whether that's on a Google Meet or in person. So, with that, have a great day and good luck on the assignment that goes with this.